This is the Wukong game, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. Yeah, this is the your game. As Corki, okay. So I guess your runes should be active. ADC runes. Yeah, this looks fine to me. Like you have the attack speed wins, like that's very standard. Like everything looks to be what I would expect. I think Great Mark is like perfect preference if you want to have it or not. Some people like it. And then there's the Master. I think Warlord is just waste. I would much rather have Fury. 1 point in Fury, like this is such a minimal difference, but Warlord is so garbage. It's like I said in the Wukong VOD, like the masteries. About the masteries, Warlord is 5% bonus AD. Like, oh, my microphone is something like, I don't know, MediaTek or something. It's some Chinese garbage mic for like $5 or something like that. Don't buy it. But anyway, Warlord is bad master. You should never get it. Like, it's only from the bonus AD. So if you buy 180, which is like IE and 2 longswords, you would then from that 180 get 5% bonus at 3 mastery points, which is nothing. It's 5 AD or 3 points. Yeah, just never get that shit. And early game into laning, it does nothing. But anyway, I don't think there's like much I would change over here other than this 1 point. And then in game, yeah, heal and flash standard. I guess you're AFK. It's not a good start, because if your team gets invaded on, you can't help them or something like that. Or maybe you were DC'd. Well, I guess you're back now. And you get in lane in time, or you could help your jungler. I guess you didn't realize the game wasn't really that far gone yet. You could have you could have helped your jungler, mate. Just do auto attacks, then go to the lane the short way. You don't miss anything usually by doing that. And now you're in a 1v2 situation, I guess. You need to trade the damage, don't let her get more auto attacks. That was kinda bad axe. But maybe it was like even trade. You should dominate Vayne early game for sure. Get the lane pushing. You need to tell your Blitzcrank support, like even at before the minion spawn that push the lane at level 1. You should always try to have that plan in every game, I think. And now Vayne gets the level advantage. They have the level advantage. So. Fresh isn't 2 yet, so maybe there's a chance, but they have more minions and shit like that. And yeah, you need the Blitzcrank to get level 2 as well. So how's the stream? Is it fine? Oh, stream laggy. Well, what the fuck can I do? It shouldn't be very high bitrate or anything like that, and it shouldn't be dropping frames right now. But anyway, with Corki and good use of Q should allow you to win the trades easily. Like, you don't wanna use it on minions, to be honest, because then in the cooldown period Vayne has the advantage. I'll pretty much only use it on minions when I need to like push, or I would miss the CS otherwise. Like, it's cool that you're not really pushing the lane too hard. Oh, you're missing a lot of CS, mate. Oh, too many missed CS. You need to have more patience with that. Also, you went to the Pras against Vayne. It's a bad plan because he has the stun if you go there. Against Vayne, you wanna be far enough from the walls at all times. Also, if you go to the Pras, there's no minions there to block the Thresh hook for you. But yeah, it's not the end of the world to have that trade happen there. You can still carry this game. Yeah, I will make a VOD. Like, I will also post all of my commentaries on the YouTube as well, so you might be able to watch them better even on phones and shit like that, because of course YouTube has the quality settings where you can adjust that shit according to your internet speed. But anyway, I think the most important part of bot laning usually is the level 1. Like, who gets the advantage? Will anyone get the level 2 advantage and then use it correctly? Because there's so many free kills to be had from that advantage if you get good at using it. Again, you are in the Pras against Vayne and she gets the stun on you, and again you get hooked because there's no minions to dodge behind. Like, it's just bad positioning, mate. You have had the potions, I guess, so you can sustain some HP back. And Vayne actually has level advantage right now, so any fight might not be the greatest. Well, now she doesn't have it anymore. But she has sustain advantage, so that kinda sucks for you. You would have a decent amount of money, but for sure you can't like leave the lane right now because you need to get the level 6, like whatever it takes. You need to like stay in the lane and get the XP. Can't really make any aggressive plays. And will the Blitzcrank land the hook? Yeah. And you get the kill with the Q. I think you should be near 6 now. after this mini wave maybe. Well, not really. After next one. You could get Sheen already. I think that might be better than completing the phase. Yeah, Katarina is real good right now. I think it's good at every elo. I'm not really sure how often I see her, but when I see her, she's always feels very dangerous champion to play against. Maybe she has some bad matchups and she might be hard to play against certain team comps that have like a lot of CC. But she does have good matchups like against mid laners who don't have a lot of CC, like Jed for example should be pretty good matchup for Katarina. I'm sure it can go both ways, but so yeah, this dive so Blitzcrank has the aggro and you go for it, you get the instantly exhaust. And again you get stunned, but and Thresh gets the kill, so it's a trade. And you're not able to. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Katarina has never been like super popular champion for some reason. There is for sure a skill gap that is like real high when you play Katarina because of the resets, and there's like no cast times on spells like E, so you have like infinite mobility if you play it correctly and get the resets. So for sure she's a fun champion to play. So yeah, you went for the Sheen, which I think was the right call. It adds a lot of burst. Now, especially now that you get the rockets. Like if you just Q and auto attack or rocket and auto attack the Vayne, she get junked real hard and can't really deal with that. Now I think you have you use the Q as soon as just as Blitzcrank was initiating, so that cost you a lot of burst damage there. But now you had another one. I don't know why you're so scared with that. Well, you didn't have the W anymore, so maybe you wouldn't be able to get the kill. I think you should be saving your spells a bit to like prepare for the Blitzcrank hooks, because yeah, well, okay, that was fine. Oh, and again you get stunned. The minions. Oh. What the fuck, this was so fucking close. I think there was a lot of misplays in this actually, like with your spells and maybe again the positioning, like getting stunned is not good. But of course you can't always avoid it, like. But most of the times if you play it right, the Vayne stun is not really important anyway, if you burst her down quickly enough. So you go for double Durance now. I would maybe get mana potion over health because you had the double Durance. Mana potions are really good on Corki. If you run out of mana, your damage goes down to 0 basically. Which can happen if they have a lot of sustain or the fight is like starting when you are already kinda low on mana. And now there's like Miscommunication. Again you get stunned. But now you get good poke down or burst down. Or missing the rocket. Kinda miscommunication there again. But yeah, fine. These fights are closer than they should be though, I think. Oh, what? You get some flash kill on the pain, I guess. I'm not really sure what he's thinking. There's no way anyone should be staying with this HP. Oh, that was good. That was real good. I'm not sure I've been making that play like that. Oh, but then the Shaco. Oh shit, yeah. I think that. Oh shit, it's not even a trade. Oh my god. Oh, and yeah, you have Trinity Force now. That's huge. Like next I would probably want something like the pickaxe or BF and get the IE. Or soak boots, yeah, soak boots are real good. And here we go. Get the pick with the Yasuo ultimate and Blitzcrank. So yeah, this is like the 15-minute mark usually or so. It's the decision making time for AD carry. Like, are we strong enough to group up and take the mid turrets, for example, or do I need to stay bot and maybe push that advantage? Like, maybe get more kills, maybe just stay in laner form. Like right now, I would be going bot. I think Yasuo and Lee would be able to hold mid maybe. And then there's like free farm in the bot lane. You could just leave the mid lane farm for Yasuo. Like I'm not really sure why you are staying in the mid. You kinda missed this wave over here, like that's a lot of money and EXP. Got to get those level 2 rockets as quickly as possible. And you went for the... I would have gone for soak boots over pickaxe for sure. It's way bigger power spike, I think. You wanna have that 384 soak boots power spike. With the level 2 rockets. Like before the 20-minute mark. And you could have had it at like earlier than this already, so. And now you're super low HP actually. But you, yeah, this is a free dragon. Just go bot and get the farm. So now approaching 20 minutes, your CS is actually kinda low at the moment. Like usually I consider like 160 or something like that at 20 minutes a pretty good CS. And of course the best players get like 190 to 200. It's like the CS is pretty good way to measure how well you spent your time. Like if you're getting that 10 CS per minute, you are for sure not wasting any time with you know, wandering around. Now just push this turret. I mean this wave to the turret and maybe get the turret. You should have, yeah, wards over here, so it should be pretty safe to take, like at least easy to retreat. But of course the famous Malzahar flash ultimate ruins your day. I guess you could have been like a bit more careful about that. I think Blitzcrank was already leaving, so well, yeah, you get also silenced before it even happens. So you're going for IE, which is the correct build most likely. How is your team really thinking about doing Baron, or what was that be? But yeah, I think going bot is probably the right call again. You just need to get those items like IE and chalk boots to really one-shot people. And I would get golems and bread right now maybe. Well, okay, maybe you can join a good fight in the mid. Actually not. Can you get mid turret at least? Guess Yasuo is with you maybe. And he's not. So yeah, I guess that mid call was really optimistic. I think this is a bit too much. Oh my god. So yeah. Oh, holy shit. You got denied pretty hard there. Can you get the vein to... Oh! Nice rocket. So looking at the timers, they are already respawning, so this turret is not really possible to take. You could have seen that if you look at the score screen. I guess, yeah, that's enough, yeah. Was just thinking if and Jed against Velgos, who would win? Depends on the items, I guess. Of course, mid lane Jed would beat support Velgos most of the time, but sometimes I think I've managed to kill people like mid Yasuo with my support in 1v1 if I'm fed enough. Haven't really played against Velgos in a duel. Doesn't happen very often. And I don't play that much mid lane Vel'Koz. But I've won some games with mid lane Vel'Koz as well. But I don't usually like try to 1v1 people that much with him. I just like to poke people around like turrets and shit like that, just trying to be annoying as fuck. And be useful in the team fights. So now this is like one of the bigger powers by Corki will ever have. Trinity Force, IE and Soak Shoes. It's pretty big deal. Like your burst doesn't even get much better than this as the game goes. So. Like next you would maybe get the last Whisper. I'm sure that's even more damage. Yeah, these are pretty huge crits right now. Oh my god. Yeah, you shouldn't really try to like smite war with the enemy jungle. You guys needed to have vision over the wall. Like, what the fuck was this? So you right now you should just fucking stop the Baron. I mean, even US Corki should have been like probably over here to help. Like, just being danger if you think it's not good. And Lee even has wards, but he's not using them. If Lee just warded over the wall here, you would be able to choose at the Shaco before he comes. Now he comes and there was no time to react really. I think Blitzcrank too could have like hooked him. He had wards to use, like, I don't know. Just all around really terrible. And then you get ambushed real hard. Now it's pretty hard to find farm because enemies like Baron buffed, so any fight would be kinda dangerous, and also there's not the greatest vision around the river area and the junglers here. And I think it's pretty safe to assume Wayne would never show up alone like this in this deep. So yeah, there's always someone with him. And the fight might not be winnable. And so we saw Fiora there. Getting hooked now would be like game-ending mistake. I think you have the wave clear. Oh, that was kind of close. Their Baron buff is running out, so I don't think you need to fight before it's all completely gone. Whatever happens, you can't get Malzahar ultimate. Not without QSS anyway. So you get Last Whisper. They don't have much armor, but I think it's still like the best buy. If I look at their base armors, only Thresh is, I mean their armors only, well okay, Fiora is actually over 100 as well. But yeah, it's a good buy either way. Maybe another one would be to get like a Ruined King or something like that to maybe kite a bit better or have the sustain. Yes, QSS works against suppressions like Malzahar and Warwick ultimate. It's the only thing that works against those. Things like Crucible and Cleanse or Tenacity from items like Mercury Threads doesn't work against suppressions. Suppressions are meant to be like the ultimate crowd control spell in the game. And there you get Malzahar ultimated, but luckily Lulu I guess saves your life. And Fiora is ready to fight with the ultimate, so this could be nasty. So you run to the back line, but Vayne gets away, and now you're in a really tight spot, actually. And you don't even have rockets. So. Actually, was there maybe a chance for double kill there? If the Q lands in the brush correctly. You didn't use the Q in the brush there. Actually you had W there, I think. You could have maybe outplayed that. But I don't really know if it was like game deciding or not. Yeah, I think the auto attacks die if you die before they land. It's the same as towers. I think the only way to get like those double kills, I mean double knockouts, is like when people have stuff like Ignite and Red Buff. And also some spells stay in the air after you die, like maybe your rockets. It's pretty annoying to play against Fiora's AD carry then. That champion is so broke. Yeah, but if you like Q the brush and then aim moved, oh well, like real quick with the right click, and I think you would have maybe got the double kill. Either way, you maybe had the W to get out of Vayne's reach after you killed Mauser. But I think the biggest thing you should focus on in your game is the level 1. Especially against champions like Vayne, you should be way more abusive. Oftentimes I absolutely dominate the Vayne players because how weak she is in lane. But since you kinda misplayed the level 1, you didn't get the level advantage, you didn't get to use it, you didn't really trade properly. Well, in my opinion, you most likely had a pretty good chance of maybe carrying this game. But for sure, you or someone else needs to also wake the fuck up at those Baron calls, because it was just terrible. I think you could just be in danger and leave the pit. Maybe they will then realize that it's not gonna happen if you as the DPS leaves the pit. There's no way to you should be making those calls when their jungler is right next to the wall ready to jump in and steal it with the smite. And also there were a few times where I think you were too cocky and you got punished by it. And also at the 15-minute part when you went mid, you could have just stayed bot and got more EXP and gold that way. There wasn't anything to be gained in the mid really. And also, yeah, the positioning in the laning phase in the process over here, you kept getting stunned into hook, and that's the worst thing that can happen to you, and it happened 2 times. And it made an easy lane really hard one actually, or really close one. And sometimes you were using your Q when the Blitzcrank was able to land a hook and your Q was on cooldown because you were using it randomly on the minions, and then you lacked the burst to get the kill, and the all-ins became too hard. I think this was one of the fights where you had the Q on cooldown when it started. Here, you viewed the siege minion while Blitzcrank was going aggressive at the same time. Now you don't have your best damage spell. And then you also missed the rockets too. Maybe you could have waited for a bit better angle, and then you missed another rocket as well. I think this still ended up being a good trade, but you don't wanna be making those mistakes. But anyway, I think your item builds and shit like that were just fine, and the runes and masteries. And also you could be buying mana potions. Remember that on Corki. I already said it before to someone else, but I don't see many people buying those mana potions. They're really helpful. It shouldn't really change the way you use mana, but it should make it last even longer. Help you win the lanes that are really close. But anyway, I think I found some good points in this replay that you could work on.